all users e-learning. An optional extra that can be included as part of the e-logbook is Imi E-Learning Content. This has been structured to match each of the phases and groups. Let's have a look in Phase 2, Group 4. So we'll scroll down the page a little bit here. Phase 2, Group 4, Simple Diagnosis and Repair. So as I scroll down the page now, you can see there's a whole selection of learning packages, we call these, that relate to this particular subject area. Now there's quite a lot, but remember this is sort of several months worth of work. You wouldn't be expected to complete this all at once. And right down at the bottom there's a multiple choice quiz which helps you see how you're getting on with the whole process. But each of these learning packages, and let's just go into the very first one about operating cycles, contains a number of learning screens as well as the objectives that we start on. So this is what we're going to learn about. This is a little navigation control, so we can click to move through the screens when we're ready. Okay.
Technology. The modern motor vehicle engine is a...
And each of these screens has got sound with it, so I've just stopped it playing for the time being. We can show the text by clicking this T button, and there are a few other features as well that you can experiment with. We can either keep going to next, 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 or work our way down the screen selections like this, and there's quite a lot of them on this particular subject. When we get right to the bottom, there's also a quiz that will be available. Okay, I've jumped ahead quickly to the last but one screen, and if I click the next button now, you'll see we come to a quiz, so that at the end of every package of learning we have a multiple choice assessment. So we start with objectives, work through a series of learning screens and finish with some assessment. So I'm just going to randomly tick some of these answers down here without even reading them, so I don't think I'll score very many, and click submit. Oh, and I scored 0. Look, well that serves me right, doesn't it? Okay, so that's it. That's the learning screens. Sometimes the learning screens look like the one shown here. So if I just scroll down, and you can see that we have a title, the text, and an option to play the sound. And I've just played that a little and pause it again. Using the control here, and there's a volume control you can use at the end as well. So we've, in this case, just simply got a title, some text, the sound, and an appropriate picture. And there might be more than one picture. There might be all sorts of things associated with it. The menu control here gives all sorts of features that are available. So we could, for example, only look at the image or only look at the text. And again, the best thing to do with this is to play around with it and just try, see what happens. You can even zoom in and zoom out a little bit if you need to. We can click a link to an online toolbox. All sorts of different features that are available like that. So I'll leave you to play with that. But the key thing is that if I just go back to the main course, you can go into any of the groups. So complex diagnosis and repair, for example, and you will see, as well as some assignments for the logbook that have to be completed, there's a whole selection of e-learning. So common rail systems, for example, GPS, aircon fundamentals, all sorts of different things. We're in a higher level group here that are matched to your particular needs.